Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome. So I've been really surprised by the Char Mle 75. If anything, I'm actually enjoying this tank quite a bit since I got it for the free XP. What was it, like 280,000 free XP is what I want to say it is. So if you guys enjoy what you see on stream today, I would recommend to get that free XP to be able to get your hands on it. So, there is one thing about this tank. It has two guns. You have a 6-round autoloader that does a little bit more damage, 70 more, to be precise. And then you have the autoloader, the burst fire. So, the standard, these are both 100 millimeters by the way, so they both have the same mechanics. But the 6-shot actually gets better penetration, so you get 232 rather than 200 millimeters of pen. So I think it's 232 and 265, 263 millimeters of APCR pen. And then with the standard gun, you get 240 APCR pen with 200 AP pen. Now, I got I clipped out two things last night that this thing has blown me away little by little. You can see I was on a play session yesterday. Inside the first match of the play session, 3,317 damage dealt. Demolition expert, right off the bat, popping an ammo rack immediately. I don't think this is one that... What was the map again? Lakeville. So, did I get this? No, I did not. But I did get an ammo rack using this. This is with the burst fire. As I look at this, I'm trying to remember who it was that I popped the top off of, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Sand River, the next one, 4,149 damage. He's playing with Roost and one of his buddies throughout the night. There's another one, 5,627 damage. Another demolition. So this is already, what are we up to? 2 ammo racks? So we got 1, 2 ammo racks. The next match, mostly assist on Prokhorovka. I could have played this one a little bit better. Up in the next one, no demolition expert, but 2,500, 2,200 assist. This one went by way fast. Encounter on highway. Yeah, that was encounter on highway. Yeah, battle duration, 2 minutes and 33 seconds. In all honesty, it's like we couldn't go to the city, and no one really went city. Just, yeah, a couple of encounters going up. 1,625, nothing on there. Rosene, nothing here. Another ammo rack. And this one was on the M46. So this is 3 ammo racks already. Another one coming up. I don't think I have one more. Could be wrong. Alright, well I got both these to show real fast. Recent captures. First one, I was looking at the ammo racks as a teeth breaker, and I knew that if I saw the tank, I'd have to aim low. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward this. And then we're going to jump inside this tank and give it some goes. It was scouting and burst fire. Yeah. This was super nasty, because you get 6 rounds to play with. Gotta aim low, because if you aim low on the teeth breaker, the ammo rack is dead at the bed. So, ammo rack right off the bat, this one. Second one is the M46 Patton. M46 Patton, it's in the front of the turret, so you kind of gotta lead that shot a little bit more towards the front. The Brazil was being assaulted by the 46, so I came up and I was like, parked off to the side just in case the 46 Patton's gonna come out. Immediately hitting the ammo. We're gonna back up. I've been taking a look at ammo racks, trying to find out like where they're all located, knowing where to aim at a lot of tanks. And there we go. But yesterday I had 4 ammo racks inside this thing. 4 ammo racks in the entire lifetime of playing this tank. And I am blown away by just how it feels. I don't think I have more than 10 matches inside this. I could be. It's probably less than 10 matches. Maybe not. 12. 12 matches inside this tank. And I do believe... well, the tank's website ever decides to load properly. Out of 12 matches, I have 3 ammo rack medals inside this. That is absolutely nuts inside this. I'm looking forward to getting some good matches inside this today. Alright, well, enough talking about it. Let's just jump in. I also have another recording that I wasn't exactly happy of. An artillery killing me in like 50 seconds. A little bit ridiculous. You know, I gotta look at the Type 58 and find out where the ammo rack's located. Same thing about the M48 pattern. M48A5. I gotta look at a lot of tanks and start knowing where to aim on a lot of them. Because I want to try and get those critical weak spots to be able to take them down. Because if you disable, you make them use a repair kit and they repeat the process. And a lot of people, they're going to reply really fast to like an ammo rack. So they're going to pop it immediately. And then you redo it. Then they're out the repair kit and they're out the ammo rack. Oh, I gotta redo my settings. I should have did this like right before I streamed. You know what? I think I might go inside. Inside and see if I can catch anybody out. That's gonna try and get a little bit aggressive over here. Ooh, the machine. I know if I can catch his side, he's gonna have a bad day. I know exactly where to aim on those guys. I might actually get taken down pretty quick. Oh, snap. Come on. I know you can do it. Metin, how you doing? Don't mind me. I'm just, I'm going from being a normal person to driving sideways on top of my allies. Not healthy, not healthy, not healthy. Alright, very healthy. Left, right now. You know what? And I got last stand going right now. As well, which is going to give me a slight advantage here. MX 5100 taken down. Chafia 4. I am going to want to quickly fix my settings, so I'm going to place myself in a way that might benefit the team, might get me killed, might not. There we go. Yeah, I'm not benefiting them from right here right now. So, it's not going to be exactly a whole lot that I can do. Yeah, I'll show that off once we're back in garage. Don't mind me. And we don't want to get a little bit of distance from the right side here. The Char just took down our medium down inside. It's a King Dragon. Leopard 1 pulling. Leopard. Oof. If that Char is not in reload, you are in a lot of trouble there, Leopard. Alright. Hopefully that Leopard can make some work. I did what I could with what I had. I gotta wait until that one's out of battle, so what we're gonna do is... I'm thinking tier 9 today. I kinda wanna go over a couple tier 9s, and I think whenever the mile 75 is in battle, we can probably go over... You know, it's 705. Hold on. T10. Some 705. Because I got my crew inside here right now. That battle should be out pretty soon. For instance, ammo racks inside these, a lot of auto locks. Auto lock is usually going to go dead center of the tank, so you're not actually going to auto lock on the ammo rack of this. You'll more than likely be in between the ammo rack and the engine. Question is, which is the fuel tank? It's going to be left and right. Aiming front, center. A lot of the times whenever you're going up against these, armor-wise, it's always a hard shot to pull off. But if you ever had the side, you always want to aim up at the top plate here ever so slightly, and then it ends there, comes up, and then it kind of comes over on the side angle. Yeah, about right there. If you can manage to get a heat round going through there, up in the back part of the side panel, you can sometimes guarantee a fire, but it's pretty hard to get out. Yeah, we'll pull this out for a match. We'll pull out at 130. Scratch that's out of the fight. Mad Patty. The Agletti, all the way. And the reason why is because the Agletti, the tank got a buff forever ago. And the buff that they did, they brought the side armor from 60 millimeters up to 80 millimeters. And on top of that, they also redid the hatch from 50 to 150. So you're going to be going after a tank that was recently buffed, rather than going after a tank that hasn't been touched since its release. And it's the exact one that I went for. Because the Patriot comes around often, while this is the first time I've seen the Agletti in the game in like 2 years. So this is like the collector style tank that, if you miss out on it, there's no guarantee of when the next time it's going to be released. And not to mention, I actually think this is, in fact, one of the best tier 8s, because you can overpull a lot of the time and not worry about getting overmatched inside this in brawling situations. So if you play this correctly, it is an absolute monstrosity. I actually enjoyed working on the 3 mark in this tank using all standards. And since it's got 232 standard pin AP, specifically AP, a lot of people don't realize this, but AP has got better angle penetration than APCR. And the best example of this I can give out would be the 50 TP prototype. So real fast, I'm going to bring this up for you guys to be able to see right here. So we're going to come down, we're going to center out, take a look. This is against a 122 AP round, 220 millimeters of effective armor. We're going to load the APCR. It's 230 millimeters now of effective armor, so that jumped up 10 millimeters of thickness. So AP at 232 is really effective. Comparing this now to, let's say, a 100 millimeter, bring it down, this should be 100 millimeter AP round. 220 against APCR, it's going to be the exact same outcome, 232. So whenever you're doing the 230, however, on that Patriot, you can see this is 220 millimeters, and then against APCR, that's 231. So you're gonna have better offs in the AMX M449 than you will inside of the Patriot. Just whenever it comes down in terms of combat effectiveness and penetrating targets more reliably. It would just be a better choice. Because you already had the Patriot. A bit better than the Patriot. Dude, I think it's night and day. 14.29. Horrid terrain resistance. Oh, come on, dude. Can't beat this thing. Look at that terrain resistance. It's so bad. But you got 1,000 horsepower. Got a big fat hull. This is just the super heavy of tier 8. If you play it correctly, it's amazing. Yeah, I saw Mad Patty. I'm like, I think that's the same person that I'm thinking of. Why'd you choose Mad Patty? Okay. Because it's maddening. Alrighty, let's get to it. Jump back in. And, see what mayhem we can cause. I wouldn't really say that the Patriot's more of a heavium. Right now, if you're in a Patriot and you're firing at somebody, I feel like I get rushed more often with the 240 Alpha. For instance, like whenever you're inside the M449, I don't feel like the enemies are as willing to rush you because you have a 7-second reload with 300 Alpha. And that's a pretty big difference. But don't get me wrong, like, Patriot can be good, but the Alpha to delivery, and then whenever you're bottom tier, I feel like the Patriot suffers more compared to the M449. In terms of just the way that it feels in performance. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, you got a way lower profile, and you can do a lot more. But in terms of, like, output and what has you feeling comfortable in the field, I feel like the 49 just... It's better suited, in my opinion. It just depends. But I would say go for the heavier variant rather than the wannabe T32. Because you can grind out the T32 tech tree and have a better experience in that than the Patriot any day of the week. Dragon Ridge? Great Wall. I am blind. Trying to think, and if I go left, I'm gonna get caught out. If I come through mid, would this be better? Just come up here and then pull up on the mid and see if we can do any crossfire catching. It's a big maybe. If anything, I like this tank enough that I'm willing to spend my vouchers for permanent camo on this. Because something tells me I'm going to be playing this tier 9 a little bit more. Then again, a lot of the French light tanks are actually really enjoyable. I get artillery aiming at me. T100 LT down low. I want to see if I can catch out the Centauro. I think he's gone though. He might have already made his move up. Am I safe to pull on you?
All right, lads. This is where the action's at.
Yeah, I think Centauro pulled up.
On this point. We might as well be shooting pillows out.
Not a big fan of auto aiming, but felt right there. And designated target. It's going to give me a little bit of an advantage on you. That's a mouse. How did he get unspotted that fast? I'm really confused. I got marked target on this. I will struggle to pin his side.
Proper belted in. Not perfect, but I can make it work.
I don't know why he kept trying to push me like that. Roofless, it's kind of funny because I was supposed to be looking at the roofless armor model, but I never did. Like, I wanted to look at the module model and see where the ammo rack is located. But the roofless is one that I did not take the time out to do.
That's right. We can have it just as hard with our fists. Oh, the early retirement. The main gun's up, but accuracy's off.
Gonna pop in that drive mode. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get away from him. It's kind of a big maybe. Ooh, CC Mark II. You are gonna be my best friend. And I gotta work to defend you. Worth a shot. You're fully upgraded. Except for your gun. Not exactly a whole lot I can do against that ST2. Right now the CC is my priority. I'm just going to move along with him. Maybe not, because the... Alright, I should be okay. Full Syndic. Is that the mouse? That is the mouse. If I can get behind the mouse, I know exactly where the ammo rack's located. But that's only if I can get behind its turret. You should be aiming towards that VK. Yeah, he's gotta be. You distracted? I think he is.
That'll jingle their bells. Give it to 'em proper.
Gotta love it. I love standard rounds, I do. You know, I'm not a big advocate on spinning a crap ton of premium, but this is ridiculous. Chances I'm gonna pin this are pretty low. Yep. Jesus Christ. What is the back of the mouse turret? I'm legitimately better off just parking on a side right now. I'm pinning a side.
Points on me, lads.
I gotta look at what the back is, because isn't the back 150, or am I off? And no, Vinny, it's not time. I gotta double check this. I feel like I'm up it. Is it 200? Oh my god, it is. No, it's 210. That doesn't seem right. I gotta double check Think GG real fast. Like I feel like it's right, but at the same time I don't feel like that's right at all. 210. Okay, so it is 210. Yeah, I would have been better off parking on the side. Or just aiming for his butt, because his butt's only 160. Ah, that's what I get for trying to show off the ammo rack. If I was loading premium, I would have pinned it. I will fulfill Slap's request. Good luck. So, out of every single round that I fired, which was what? 12 rounds? I only had one roll. One high pin roll. That's kind of astounding.
Quick
So if you do plan on getting this tank though, remember, whenever you enter your drive mode, you lose a lot of concealment. I don't know the exact amount you lose, but it is a lot. I want to say you lose like 40 meters of still concealment, so that really affects your... You also lose view range. Very uncomfortable right now. Greedy teeth breakers and all sorts of fun. Alright, I am providing view range. I do need a fast way to fall back if I need to. But I also want to provide a little bit of support right here. It may cost me a little bit, but...
Alright lads, this is where the action's at. Lock in on this point.
Was it worth it? I would say so. Daniel Nilsson, hello. Nah, dude, I was laughing so hard. You have no idea. Like, I'm not even angry about that. You guys were shooting me at the start of the match. You gotta remember, I fired back.
Thought they could cross me? No chance. All fired up.
And because I fired back, I already knew what you guys were doing. It was hilarious. I'm not even offended.
Need to get me a sleigh and some reindeer.
Well, it's a 6-round autoloader, Mike. you fire off 3-round burst, which I think is hilarious inside this thing. And I've had a couple of tops that I've popped with this tank too, because if it's tanks that you know where the ammo rack is located, it gets a little ridiculous because you got 6 rounds that you're throwing into an area in under 5 seconds. So you can really mess an ammo rack up if you do it right. It's 1200 damage potential. You can make it work. But there is a long reload for the trade-off, but I'm actually not depressed with that trade-off. 32-second reload for 600 potential per burst.
Good night, nurse. Alright lads, this is where the action's at.
Artillery's in their base. Also, the fact remains the same that the autoloader in this, I'm actually extremely comfortable using nothing but standards. Just because you're in a light tank, if you're loading premium, you're going to feel more obligated to fire more often because you want the damage, you want to shoot more, shoot more, shoot more. But loading nothing but standards for me, it slows me down to a point where I'm actually comfortable to get in the better positioning to be able to actually have guaranteed pin shots rather than Guesses, essentially.
This is where the action's at. Lock in on this point.
Now right here, I wish I had a whole clip of explosive. I'd be showing this Tyrann who the real boss is. In all honesty, he is right now. Because I have no idea where he just went.
Now that's how you bloody do it.
Hey, there's a house in the way. You realize that I'm here, right? Okay, good.
Well, it's a good time to get a cup of tea. Now that's how it's done.
Took that Tyrann a moment to realize I was there. The time in between shows, like, I think it's like 0.5 seconds. Can you join my platoon? I'm kind of just going to be going from game to game. And if I die, I'm going to be immediately jumping into another tank. 42.99 assist, 5,000 assists. That's a good game. People are doing really good in this tank, though. So the mastery badge is pretty high. I just had a brain fart. Oh, that's what I was going to do. Tier 10 American Medium. Can't remember the placement of the ammo rack. I want to say it's in the hall. Yeah, okay, so if you engage, you gotta go on the right. You can cut them on the right side, that's what you want to do. I dictate my life to stream snipe you. That's horrible.
Let's give him a right good bashing.
Sorry, I'm moving water around in the backyard because I'm watering the grass. Question. Have you guys ever hit your shins so hard? Okay, it's been a couple years since I've done it last, but have you ever hit your shins so hard that it knocked the wind out of you, it made you fall over, knocked the wind out of yourself, and get all scraped up, but to the fact that it's still bleeding, was it 4:48? 6.5 hours later. Yeah, 6.5 hours later and still bleeding. Because mine is. You not paying attention?
All right, lads.
I think you are, just...
Lock in on this point. Crap. The tracks have been...
And this thing has got some armor too, which is nasty. I actually don't even know what the armor is on this. I gotta look at it. I know it's not enough to auto-ricochet E4s, but I know it's enough to be a nuisance. Don't turn towards me. Turn away from me. Ah, you're keeping a right proper angle, aren't you?
Nice. Have it, mate.
Good bounce. Now the good bounce. Right at the turret. He's hauled down very well right there. I kind of want to expose myself, but not really. Valor's taking a beating. Do we have any snipers? No, we do not. These guys have got free reign right there. I might have to risk some of my hit points to help kind of prevent these guys from pushing over. But I'm pretty sure the range combat will do the, it'll have the same effect on them. They're not going to want to pull out. Unless they feel secure. That is 140 millimeters of side armor that I don't want to put up with, though. If it is 20 millimeters of top armor, I'm willing to shoot at all day. Not what I wanted to do. This is not intended. Rocks are made of butter. What's the likelihood that the leopard's gonna mid-roll me? Or low-roll? Kinda hoping to get a low roll. I highly doubt it. I don't know what's behind the leopard. Good hit. It's module damage though. Nice! That leopard's very upset right now. All three landed. That was beautiful. And I've got last stand going off as well.
You proper belted it.
Yeah, from just having fun. In public matches nonetheless, Melon. In public. See, I'm one of the guys that I don't mind if I risk hit points, because right now, last stand's going off, and I think I spotted him. Oof. 780. Good tank. I'm okay with that. I'm completely fine with it. Both on reload. Not anymore.
Now that's how it's done.
This thing just performs good around the board. It just feels amazing. Ooh, Westfield. Alright. I think... And this is a... Ooh! Oh, this is gonna be... If I can pull this off, this is gonna be nasty. Alright. A while ago, I wanted to do YouTube Shorts covering maps and everything else, but there's a position, I want to say, might be further up, around here, or it's further back. But if you can take it, you have full overview over this entire top section, which completely cuts off anything that they're trying to do there.
Enough chit-chat, lads. Let's give them a proper hiding.
I want to go turbo. But if I go turbo, I'm going to lose out on a lot of capability.
Lock in on this point.
But I also have to wait for my team. If my team's not coming this way, I'm going to flip. Well, crap. Alright. That's a first. We got Yag Tiger, M60, Yag Panzer looks like he's going hill. Well, this isn't going to be fun. Routed from the mid, from a tusk, pulling up the inside there. Alright, this is a risk to be doing this right here, because if I get spotted, there's cross shots that can come after me. So I do gotta be a little bit mildly careful. What's the distance right here? 480? Alright, there's one of the cross shotters that I gotta be careful of. Right now, firing is a big no-no. If I shoot, I'm in so much trouble. And you will find out why soon. There's one reason why. That shell came from right there in the back. One from the back.
Now that's how you bloody do it.
That is absolutely disgusting. And then I love the way it feels. Like it's just pinpoint, and I'm not even running like an accuracy crew on this. So that 3-round burst that gets sent out, you can really drive people mad with it. We do got snipers up in the top bay. I do feel mildly comfortable since we do have a little bit of a crossfire going on, but nothing super crazy right now. I do want to provide the Centurion 7-1 3 range though.
Alright lads, this is where the action's at. Lock in on this point.
That Conway should be me.
Solid blow.
A lot better than Tyrann.
Alright lads, this is where the action's at. Lock in on this point.
Alright, I gotta be able to provide my view range later down the road, so I need to get out of here. He's also got the burst fire, and something tells me he's gonna be entering turbo to try and catch up, or he's gonna back off completely. 544. Yeah, I need to provide view range down the mid section here. Because these guys need to know what's across that bridge. They've just pulled into a kill zone. Essentially. And that's why this cross is super dangerous if you don't have anyone spotting over here. So if you are making this pull and you are playing a light tank, this is always where you want to go, on the cross section. Top of that, get a little bit of distance here. I should be safe to fire, but I'm not 100%.
Nice. Have it, mate. Alright lads, this is where the action's at. Lock in on this point.
That Tyrann's get really good sights of me right now. Not anymore.
This ain't a tickle party. Give it to him proper.
Oh, you made a mistake. If no one takes me down, I am going to be an overwhelming advantage for this team now, for passive scouting. That Roofless is still up. I wonder if we got any problems coming up in the back. It's going to be really short notice.
This is where the action's at. Lock in on this point.
Tiger's got the 105. And right now from this hill, I'm capable of spotting everything coming up. So this is exactly where I want to sit. Not just that, I'm going to be able to outspot their tank even if he has a fully decked out camo crew, their Char Mile 75 is going to be outspotted by me every single time. Just cover me. There it is. That's no bueno. As you can see, I spotted the Tyran from there. Not even the Tyran is safe. Yeah, this is something that no one ever talks about. The benefits of Last Stand are ridiculous once it goes off. If you're fully spec'd out for spotting, look at the view range on the map right now. Okay, that is just obsessive in so many ways. And no one ever talks about it. The fact that this guy just jumped on the cap, I think is his biggest mistake he's done. Because all I gotta do right now is just spot him. I'm not even gonna engage him. We have 2 artilleries left. So, there's no point in trying to go after this full health Ruthless, because I guarantee he's still full health. So the only thing that I have to do is provide vision range, and that's it. Since the 277 is coming up from up top, I have no value coming up top with them. So we're going to come out here to the side. And I don't need to get super close. But I might because of the way the terrain is filled. Can anyone check the Under Armour above the tracks on the Roofless and let me know if it's 30 or 40?
Keep shooting. They can't keep it up.
So I cannot remember off the top of my head.
Now that's how it's done.
That's a good game. Yeah, and see, that Char Mle 75 did not do a whole lot of spotting that match. But once I got down to, what was it, 74 hit points? Alright, question. Why are these still popping up? Click start. Go to settings. Options. Garage offers. Opt out. I am opt out. Why is it still popping up? I'm going to record that and make every single developer over in the Discord extremely angry with me. Hey, there's a bug going on. I don't care about the super savings on equipment. Because the thing is, look at this, ready? We're going to select, we're going to go over Enhanced Missile Warning, Advanced Reload, Gun Lane Drive. This by itself, why would I ever buy it? Not to mention 1,500 gold. What's the conversion on 1,500 gold to silver anyways? Come on. You like the speedrun everything. Aren't you doing it? Oh well, I don't really care. It's like, what, 25? It's a good time.
Time to show them what we're made of. Let's go and sort them out. We might as well be shooting pillows at them. Now that's how you bloody do it. All right, lads. This is where the action's at. Lock in on this point. this over. Well, that was rubbish.
How long have I been muted? Have I been muted for a while? I moved my wallet and I hit my mute. Glare, hello. Darren, I have no idea if you heard me. I set my controller setup years ago. I mentioned that I take it to the repair shop and everything else, and I have 2 of them. Man, I'm a Muppet. I just looked up and I realized it, and I was just talking about how Live Oaks on this map, I absolutely hate the center point because there's no foliage anywhere. I am laughing at myself right now. That is hilarious. I just played all of Proc, and I had some... I was calling the TL7 a Giga Chad. We're pulling up and doing that. Look at this, though. It's completely barren. There's absolutely nothing here. Why would you ever come here? Except for these 2 bushes. Alright, maybe these 2 bushes. Alright, seriously, maybe these 2 bushes. But look, the lack of foliage makes it to where you can spot everyone going across, but the effect is the same. You cannot do anything from this position. Muted... Oh my god, I am a Muppet. And I know it. Do I fire? Do I feel safe? No, I don't feel safe. Because I don't trust any of these trees. Hello, VK. Do I trust myself? Kind of. I don't trust this opening right here where my gun's at, because... I don't trust my butt either. If he pulls any farther forward, I am going to be in trouble. Shooty Tooty, though. Oh, it's a bot. That's a bot. That explains a lot. Okay. I'm a Muppet. I was muted for a while. Do I feel bad them getting all the assists for a bot? Nah, not really, because I'm not shooting it. Alright, you know what? Live Oaks. Dead center. F6. I'm going to remember this. I'm going to seriously remember this spot. I just mentioned how I hate this map because there's nowhere to hide here, but apparently I found the perfect position. That is hilarious. Spare engine. Why are there bots in here? We had all the time in the world to wait for a match, and we end up with 2 bots. Yeah, Alan, I probably should go silent. There's more people watching. I'm gonna open my big mouth, you know. I'm not risking it with the aviary either. Hold on, is that his rear?
Nice. Have it, mate.
Worth it. So worth it. I am satisfied. I can die happy now. Yeah, I can die happy. Hello, Mr. Light Tank. One more. Come on, deliver it. Good job. And you're dead.
We've been outplayed and outclassed.
Nice. Anything that anyone wants to see? Since I'm dead, I'll be taking requests in between the lifespans. If I die early, I'll take on a request. And I will say that one was early. $30B? Tier 9 or tier 10? Scratch that. 30B is the tier 10. It's been a minute since I pulled this out. The Agletti. You care if it's the HMH variant? Up to me. Yeah, I'll play the HMH variant because that's the one that I have set up, and I don't want to spend the 1.5 million to set up the other one. 275 still concealment? Alright, I'm not going to mute my mic. I'm just going to leave it unmuted so I don't forget about it. Which means you're going to hear my door. Parakaraka. No. Milanovka. Encounter Milanovka. Oh yeah, the tier 9. I actually had a lot of fun playing the tier 9. Tier 10, loved the fact that they buffed it. 13105, T100 LT. And its encounter. Hey! That's my butt, good sir. Since it's encounter, I usually would take my 30 and I'd head over here and snipe between these, and then I would relocate inward and try and work the inward path, but the encounter is in that path. So because base cap, need to make sure I slow these guys down from ever getting into position. Crap, ridge fight. I do gotta get about another 40 meters from the cap zone. Unless the G-sword pulled off. Ooh, no kill. TS-60's definitely got some really good armor. I love the 30B because this thing is concealed. Has a good gun. And a couple of decent playstyles that you can play with it. $164. I need to do a pull down. I don't want to get caught out. Note that 705 is still here. Nice, get them spotted again. Aimed a little bit too high. Anyways, I have to repeat this scout because I gotta get those heavies spotted. There's one, there's two. Beautiful. A light boy, he's heading to our artillery. So, do I feel a little bit safe? I don't think I do. But I do want to keep these guys spotted. Caught out right here is not what I want to do. Oh, VZ. A little bit too low. That's my fault. I've been using frickin' burst fire gun all day. That VZ is the only thing really slowing these guys down. E100. I don't think the E100 has any shots over here, so I do gotta be careful. There goes the VZ. Now I'm able to move. Hello, 705. Hello, Bat Chat. That Tiefbrecher still up and about. Something tells me the tank targeting me right now is actually the Tiefbrecher. It'll be somewhere inside here. 705. Scratch that. I can't remember what the armor rating is in that. Yeah, putting down some view range. The roofless is 25. Yeah. That's good to know. Because I was trying to remember if I can like sit underneath it and then pull it. Because I don't. Whenever I look at the roofless, I don't think there's any other tank in the game that has the same hull. Like I think that's a custom hull. Yeah, see him in there. What about the ammunition? Inside, down low, okay. Underneath the turret, but lower. Aim underneath the skirts and you'll catch it. Alright. Speaking of which, if you guys are here, and you haven't put a vote up in the community tab, jump over to the community tab for 2 seconds and put down your vote on the poll that I put up a little bit ago. That'd be helpful. Because I'm going to screenshot that and then put it over on the Discord. Whenever I get the chance. Originally today, I was going to make a video on discussion I had with Max Chaos and some other crap over on the Discord, but it's just a waste of breath. He decided that, because I asked for a roadmap or anything else that they might have published at the moment, and he's like, you can take a look at the most recent things that we did for our like, in reference to a roadmap, and it's like, everything that you just linked me to is already released. Like, there's literally nothing in there that's usable.
Let 'em have it, lads.
I keep on forgetting to look at the armor of this thing. I know it's not going to be insanely thick, but it feels good enough. It's a lot better than the Iraq's armor, because that thing doesn't have any. But Iraq is not meant to get close. Start my reload. Kind of wondering. I might want to handle this. Oh, that would have been hilarious.
Now that's how you bloody do it.
Well, I got 2 rounds of pen out of 12 that well, 6 that I threw at him. My back end feels fine. Yeah, nothing to worry about.
You proper
Worth it. I'm pretty sure I can cut off my reload if I want to by activating the siege mode. I don't really feel the need to do that. think I spotted the Conqueror. Want to pull up too much.
Solid blow.
But that Conqueror's got shots. And Tiger 2's gonna have them too.
They didn't see that coming.
A little bit uncomfortable. Especially since I just lost all of my assist over here.
We might as well be shooting pillows at 'em.
Dude. Oh, Tiger has got 360 alpha. I was just thinking about that too. Alright.
No coming back.
I made a mistake.
Lads.
7 to 9? Okay. I'll be able to put one in the M449. As long as I'm not a Muppet. Oh, best thing is my crew's already in it. Ammo loadout wise, a balanced loadout is really all this needs. Whenever it comes down to it, you can technically use vertical stabilizer, but there's no need. Because whenever you play this tank, you're usually doing like lock and holds. So you're actually taking positions and then just kind of holding it, and you're most of the time you're going to be engaging close quarters, and the base accuracy of .27, yeah, you're a really good sniper whenever you need to be. Cliff. And we're either mid-tier or top tier. Or we're bottom tier. With no heavy tanks. Alright, Panzer 7 on the enemy team. I said it once, and I'm going to say it again. Absolute BS that they buffed that thing's side armor the way they did. If he is side scraping against me, I physically cannot pin him unless I pixel snipe his turret. Good job, Wargaming. Take the balance out of the game and throw it out the window. Even my premium can't pin that weak spot anymore. It's gone. Charlemagne. Heck yeah, it's good to see people in that tank. Oh, don't you dare, artillery. You son of a gun. I guarantee these guys are spotted too, and artillery just has a hard on for me. Or had a hard on. Ouch. You know, I really should do a pull-in back here if I can. That seems like the right play. Hello, artillery. Artillery is just going to spray the crap out of me on this. And here's the worst part. He's going to reload in the next 10 seconds. So watch that clock. 12:53. He's going to fire again. He's ready to fire. Dude, solid. It is ridiculous what artillery can do in this game now. Because, I'm sorry, that wasn't a rebalance, good sir. Wargaming, that was not a rebalance that you did to artillery. That was just an outright buff across the board. You cannot convince me otherwise. And right there, even on the move, you saw that, on the move, firing inside this tank. Look at where that lands. It is almost pinpoint inside this tank. There is no reason to take vertical stabilizers inside this. Ever. I aimed slightly to the left and the shell still flew true. Alright, that one went slightly left. Hello, Death Star. You missed. Plus the shell velocity of 1,000 is really nice in these two. He just went behind the rock. Look at that, Compouncer 7 right there. I want to see his ricochet at the end of this game. He's showing me his critical point. Fuel tank. Doesn't matter where I shoot. I'm gonna put another one inside this because that was not a... I need a little bit more. Alright, I'm good. I'm not muted. It also reminds me, ever since I made my video on this tank, its mark has gone up a lot. Originally, I think it was like 3,200 to 3-mark this, but then after I made my video on this tank originally, it shot up to like 4,000 for like 2 months, and then it finally started to go down again. So I don't know where it's at now, but it went through the roof for a minute after I made my video on it. That drove me nuts whenever I first saw that. I knew it was bound to happen, though. You tell a ton of people how retarded the tank is, and next thing you know, everyone's grinding it because they want to mark it, because it was easy to mark at the time. And then the easiest mark turns into, like, the hardest mark.
Let's give 'em a right.
Hafaya Pass. One map I'm pretty sure everyone here can agree can disappear, and no one would be sad about it. I say it all the time, and that's because I mean it. You know what? For a video concept, I actually want to hear your guys' opinion. Would you like me to cover ammunition types and then the benefits of like dual caliber, overmatching, and everything else, and kind of explain the way penetration works in game? And do a video just dedicated to that? To me, it kind of feels like a simple idea, but then in reality, there's a lot of people that don't know how the rounds work in game entirely. Oh, solo today, Roost.
Now that's how you bloody do it. Track's blown to bits. Can't move an inch.
Ooh. Good clutch. Wish I was loaded.
Brilliant. Now let's get this under metal roof.
Need a Vanguard to go through that. I'm gonna remember that for the future. Ever play my Vanguard, I will just pull through that whenever I'm being chased. That would be hilarious. Just disappear by doing that.
Don't jingle them bells. One of our tracks is damaged.
.20 reverse. Like, I'm not super impressed with the reverse speed on this, though. In 1 centimeter weak spots. Don't you mean 1 millimeter weak spots? 10, like 1 centimeter weak spots? It's like 10 millimeters of area. Come on. Come on, Reese. You gotta get, you gotta get the pixel. Alright, we're gonna see if I can pull up here without dying. Yeah, Earth Shaker.
Believe me, bloody eyes. We've been outplayed and outclassed.
Alright. Back to the AMX. Yeah, I'm just never a big fan of Hafaya Pass. I do not like that map at all. Oh no! Alright, what do we got? Top tier. So I'm going to play aggressive on the right side. And then Patty, hopefully this will be a good one. So whenever I play my AMX, it's all about utilizing max gun depression. But even whenever you're utilizing max gun depression, you got to watch out for the under turret. Because if they catch it just right, they'll actually ricochet into the top armor and then pin. Well, they'll ricochet off the shot trap of the turret into the armor. If they know how to, you know, thread their shells correctly. But it's a real rare occurrence, but it's something I like to bring up to keep people aware of it. It takes quite the gun to be able to do that. There are 3 of us here. It's okay, boys. I will full send it, so you don't have to. See how this goes. More than likely I'm going to get overwhelmed, but we'll see. There's a chance that they're going to see me here and not want to push it at all, not knowing that I'm all alone. So right here, Huntsman, and since it's just one that I spotted right here, I'm going to get really aggressive against this Huntsman and get over this hill as fast as I can. I have to do this. Hopefully these guys can be a little bit careful. I do kind of want to overpull him because I want him to shoot elsewhere. Unless he's just going to load premium into my top armor. You know. Because that requires so much aiming and everything else. Seriously, are you just gonna HE me to death? There's cheesy, and then there's what you're doing. Don't get me wrong, like, that's viable, but dang, that's annoying. Might get shot from left. Yeah, I'm gonna... Oh, I'm definitely gonna die. 3 to 9. Yeah. Jesus, look at the turret. And the funny part is like, they're looking for a part that's just as hard to hit while on the move as the actual, the hatch, which is hilarious to me. This match could have been a lot better, but the entire team was dedicated to go in one direction, and then all the enemy had to do was swoop in from the back, take full control of this middle section, because we only had 3 tanks back here, and then they mopped up on the rear, and then they came through the mid, and all the way back at us. If you see, like, YOLO trains go in one direction, that's bound to happen. Like, guaranteed. That's exactly what it is. It is a YOLO train. It is a conga line of death. Not the enemy death. Your death. It is a fantastic celebration of pain, misery, and happiness. Anyone ever seen The Mask? The cop scene? Come on.
Time to get moving, lads.
Berlinburg, 50-50 split. Castle's gonna be chaotic. Right side's gonna be slight. Surprisingly enough, why do I feel like middle makes sense? I enjoy Erlenberg. I just want to see the city actually get updated. I want the city to be more engaging. If the city in this map had a lot more cover to it, and there was legitimate walls covering the city, this would be a fantastic map to play on. Oh, it's Cone.
Now that's how you bloody do it.
I guess 2 out of 6 is okay. You want to keep this building between me and that right. Nemesis is too far away. Roofless, on the other hand. Bush. You know, I forgot to look at the model of the Roofless again. I need to look at that model. Alright, Ruthless is going to be pushing city, so I need to pull off. Get a little bit of distance here. I need to get ready to shuffle and to support that right. A medium is still detected, but he is outside my render range. There he is, he's back.
You proper belted him.
The lovely thing about this is that no one is prepped. I'm outside of render range of the medium that backed off. Alright. It is team destruction, so we're going to want to team up the team here and then move on the inside. Watch our safety net and make sure that we keep the Ruthless outside of it. Low TS60. I don't know if that Ruthless is dead, but that is a waffle. That's a Ruthless. That's a waffle.
Alright lads, this is where the action's at. Lock in on this point.
Alright, the play needs a shuffle. Because this backside's going to get over. Actually, I need to team up with... Crap, where am I going? E5. These guys are all hurting. Let's catch out the entry. There's a Rampanzer. I'm not allowed to overexpose myself beyond this hill, so I had to wait for them to come up to here before I'm allowed to fire or engage. Anything else, and I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. Because it's unknown where that waffle's at, and it's unknown where anything else is at, so I do got to be extremely careful. If I can go for takedowns, I'm going to try to. E5 pulling in. I do want to make sure I keep the vision up and going, so I do need to run. So far, though, on this tank, I haven't actually utilized the turbo on this. I haven't found the reason to utilize the turbo, because each time you pop it, you put yourself at a disadvantage, because now you're opening yourself up for...
We might as well be shooting pillows at 'em. Come on, hit 'em like they owe you money.
4 to 9. They're having problems with the E5? Okay. From what I'm looking at, I would have been 1,000 times better coming back to help these guys. I have no idea what was the holdup with them. I do know what I have to do is this. I gotta pull right here. Hello, waffle.
Nice, have it, mate.
You gotta hammer down these lights.
The tracks have been proper totaled. We're the last like those odds.
What's that heavy? E5? Very healthy E5. And then a roofless, that's a one shot. I got 18 rounds left of my name. Okay, took down the mobility. Beautiful. What's that? Roofless? Hori 1? Ooh, Hori 1. Okay, Hori 1. I know exactly where to aim to be able to ammo wreck him. It's dead center of the turret, slightly forward. Gotta aim low on the bottom side of the tracks. You do that, you can catch him. So I gotta get close to be able to do that. Alright, I gotta get safe distance out. I do feel the need to drop this roofless ASAP though. Down to 9 rounds. Is 9 rounds enough to do this? I don't think so, but it's gonna be worth a try. The IS-7, if I'm gonna leave one alive, I would leave the IS-7 alive. Sure, he's got the mobility to catch up and stay consistent, but I don't have enough ammunition to make this work. Alright, the play that I gotta make right now is this. I don't know if these guys are gonna be taking the back section to hit the whole rear, but I gotta go through city. And I'm thinking about taking bridge and then getting up behind them. And if I manage to get up behind them, it's gonna be me putting my shells into the E5. I gotta make sure that I try and guarantee those penetrations on the E5. Don't lock the gun on him, just simple observing. There's the Hori. If I had just a little bit more ammunition, this would be a different story. Like 9 more rounds of ammunition. I need to get aggressive. I don't want to make this dragged out too long. Barely inside my safety net. I don't know what this guy's view range is. None of them are platooned up, so I don't think they have an idea. So what I can do is get myself trapped inside the corner over here. Or I can utilize one of the trees and pull in. These trees are already fallen over, so I don't need to worry about knocking them myself. We're not going to get our gun anywhere near him.
Alright lads, this is where the action's at. Lock in on this point. That'll jingle their bells. Thought they could cross me? No chance.
I am down to my last 3 shells. I don't think there's anything I'm going to be able to do. But I do know this.
Alright, lads.
I want to go for the Ho-Ri
Lock in on
and see if I can ammo rack him. Because if I can ammo rack the Ho-Ri, I will disappear afterwards. That's the ammo rack right there. Or should I go for engine bay? But he's at too much of an angle. What's up, E5? I'm just gonna full send it, because I have no reason not to. I'm down to my last 3 shells. There is legitimately no reason for me not to send this.
Well, that was humiliating.
Out of shells.
It was rubbish.
I'm not sad about that. Yep, that's all I had left. If I would have had more ammo, I could have won that. Yeah, like another 9 rounds is all I would have needed. And I would have had a chance of winning. But I was the one that was spending ammunition like I was. You know, spending... So that is kind of the downfall. Taking a cross shot, it's going to cost you way more ammunition if you don't land them. Because those 6 rounds that I would spend just to get 1 shell in, yeah. I mean, in the end, though, it's still really, really good tank. This tier 9 is amazing. The center play, on the other hand, was really nice. I kind of feel like jumping into Justicone's stream and just mentioning I ran out of ammo.
It's time to crack on, fellas.
And I don't think it showed off really well, but whenever I enter siege mode inside this, I lose view range, and yeah, it's kind of the downfall. You lose view range, and you get an increase. You're still consuming, not in a good way, negative way. No one's really utilizing the left side right now. I want this teeth breaker to think that people are. Ah, he's calling out my bluff. Ooh. Oh, I'm gonna take a hit. And then they killed him after I took a hit. That's unfortunate. And see what I mean? The whole conga line went down low. So now that we're losing all advantage on this top section, we're gonna lose the entire back. And once we lose this entire back, then it's a problem. Because everyone went inside. And these guys are being held up by 3 tanks. And I guarantee it's just 3 tanks. Yeah, Strum Tiger, 2 Strum Tigers, an IS-7. Yeah, they're being held up by the strongest. Only so much I can do right here. But the FV pulls forward. I'm going to try and see if I can... Nice. Patience. Wait for the no fire icon to leave. Okay. Now it's gone. That's unfortunate. 10 to 11, and look at how much they're bleeding over here. They're bleeding to death. Base cap's gonna get hit, so my job... I want to rotate and I want to spot out the base cap.
Right, that was my test shot. That's right. We could have just as hard with our fists.
Sniping with the 3-round is extremely difficult. That is for sure. Yag Tiger, and see everything is just moving up in now. Like, I'm pretty sure, yeah, Yag Tiger just caught me out. We had a whole conga line go down one area. Any other recommendations that you guys would like to see? That reminds me, I was going to take a photo of my my Shen, but I might get demonetized. It's pretty bad. No, I could go Chrysler. It's kind of funny, because if this thing's hull down, using maximum gun depression, if you're firing premium at it, don't ever shoot the hatch. Like, ever. The hatch is effective like 289 millimeters against APCR, and then effective like 256 against AP, and then like 300 millimeters versus heat. If you want to really pin this from the front, 254 into the gun mantle. That hatch is not a weak spot if it's all down and using its max gun depression. Unless you're tier 9. I am going to need to load premium. If I'm against tier 8s, I will make standards work. Except for the Bog Whore. The Bog Whore, I'll see if I can pin its hatch, but it's not guaranteed with 198. And whenever I say not guaranteed, I mean like at all. So I'll see if I can pin it. If I can pin it, then I'll rely on standards, but 705 and 50 TP, those are going to call for premium in weak spots. I'm getting really hesitant. I don't want to push up too far. It blows me away that I don't see a whole lot of Chrysler Ks being played correctly inside the matchmaking. And there's the Bog Whore. And a Von Dot. Prop myself up using a rock. Get that max gun depression. I can't hit anything. T95, that is definitely going to call for a premium. $705. I am going to start loading premium after this round. Yep, right through the gun mantle. I gave it away. I shouldn't have given it away. Then again, it's kind of hard to guess if he's aiming at the gun mantle or if he's aiming at the side of the turret. Because I guarantee he's aiming at the side of the turret right now. And then T95. I don't think it gets above 300 mils of pin with its APCR. I can't remember off the top of my head. Unless it's like 326. If it's 326, then that's average. Wait, what? I gotta double check the T95. I was aiming for track to track it, not damage it, but I damaged it. Good spot. I'm gonna fire right here. I should be mildly safe to kind of approach in the beach here. As long as the SU doesn't pull up on me. The SU pulls on me, then I'm in trouble. Inside the tracks, and see that's I've always tried to get those shots, but I can never seem to land it. But I can land like the T95. I've never really studied the armor model of the T95. That was nasty though. Oh, I like the camo, the Dune camo. Heck yeah. The SU just pulled. I'm gonna have to double check the T95. Start looking at that. It's just rare. And the reason why there's some tanks I won't look at because I want to be nice about them. Like right there, I tried to go for the critical weak spot in that tank, but I only got the fuel tank. Yeah, everything else can be pinned with standards, except for Strum Tiger P. It's got to be premium from the front of it or catch its lower plate. It's a Ferdinand before the 250 buff. Speaking of which, the Ferdinand, you guys, that is one nasty tier 8 now. It's been nasty ever since it got its armor buff. I still don't know why they chose 250, because it kind of stops you from wanting to upgrade to the Yag Tiger, because you basically lose the effective armor once you start getting up tiered. So you feel like a god in tier 8, and then the moment you go into tier 9, you're just like, I am no longer a god. Second you touch tier 9 from tier 8, from the Ferdinand to the Yag Tiger, you're disappointed. Because everything in tier 9 can pin you. No fire icon? What was the reference of no fire icon? So, was that during the time that I was shooting the lower plate of the FV-215B? If that's the case, and that's what you're referencing, the fire icon just means that he's got a fire lockout, so you can't set him on fire for a specific amount of time. So whenever you see like a fire icon pop up on a tank, and then you get hit with a premium round through the top plate, which was effective like 380 millimeters. Yeah, that's insane. That's extremely unfortunate. We got to take down that Boresk. If he gets out, we're done. Oh, that's a Strum. That's a uh-oh. Right now, the Strum's not my priority. It's the Boresk that's now right here. Nope, he's up on the right side. He didn't go too far. With crossplay turned up? Oh, okay. Not one to judge. Ah, the Chafier. Full speed ahead and able to snapshot. That Boresk is still up. They should be able to get the Boresk. What do we got? We have no hit points. That Boresk is going to steamroll the crap out of the rest of these guys. They're both one-shots. The only way I see this going down is that CC's got to pull up on top of the hill, and the T-54's got to pull back over here and aim in the back direction. But even then, it's still not guaranteed. Like, this is a super big loss right now. If I was them, I'd go to hit an Oasis and sit in the back section, but they got to make it there first. So this is more than likely going to be a loss, because last tank standing is Boresk, and it managed to get away. I wasn't able to catch it out in time. I caught his tracks, and then I caught his, then I got hit points. And I had to put some super wicked lead on that round, because that's a slow standard. Oh, wrong button.
you lot.
And I am late. Not super, but late enough. Tier... Wait, what was it? I just looked at it. That reminds me, somebody was asking about the modules. Oh my gosh, okay, this is nasty. 2 tier 9s per team. G-Sor on the enemy team. Mill 1. I'm going to provide view range right here. Do not overpull to the Emil. Let the Emil do its thing. I got trees in the way though. Oh, it's bouncing. I am not on mute again. I can see it clear as day, Alan. Don't lie to me. See, and because he's top tier, he wants to play in the back.
Torched them good that time.
Fuel tank is in the front. So, question for you guys. Have you noticed in this live stream how many ammo racks I've damaged, how many fuel tanks I've set off, and everything else? I've been trying to tell people... Oh, how's my leg doing? My leg freaking hurts. It's oozing right now. You know, I'll show a photo of it on stream. Give me a second. I smacked it really hard. I can knock out this Tiger 2, take out a sniper. Ooh, infected. Maybe. I hit it hard. I heard it at like 11 o'clock. It is right now 6:30, and it is still oozing. I hit it hard. AMX-30, man. You do not look happy. You really don't. You're top tier, and you look like you're having a bad time. Ouch, no fair. That's a bot, dude. That's a legitimate bot. That is guaranteed.
Alright, lads. This is where the action's at. Lock in on this point.
Torvagen is super rare in this game. I do need to look at that tank, though. I guarantee there are some nasty places in the thing that you can catch out that make him very upset.
Give it to him proper. They'll jingle their bells.
Another ammo rack. Torvagen, I can't remember being targeted, but by what? By a light tank. Up, T-28 from up.
It's a good time to get a cup of tea.
Well, the worst part is that it's right on the shin, so real fast. Infection's right next to a bone. So, right next to a bone, it's called a, tendus next to the bone. So I really got to be careful on this. I've had a couple of scares with that before. For instance, on the back of my hand, on the bottom of my forearm, I had a really bad cut once, and I ended up with tendus. Dude, I was on antibiotics for like 8 months because of it. because the bone was infected almost. That was a big scare. All right, real fast. I got odd balls on my phone. Oddbaz. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send Roost a happy little photo. So whenever he looks at it, he's gonna be like, ew, that's gross. And then go from there. Keep in mind, this is actually pretty big. We're going to save it in pictures. There we go. That way I forever have it. Did anything get changed? Doesn't look like it. Alright, cool. So now, so I can gross everyone out, keep in mind, I'm a big guy. That freaking hurts. And it's still bleeding. Got during your... It's really... So, one of the worst experiences I've ever had was whenever I used to live near the high school. And I took a skateboard down the hill. I was 11 years old at the time. I remember this. My buddy Josh comes down in one of those red cars. Okay, like one of the old electric red cars, you know, the kids would get, and then the battery would die, and everyone would be sad, and you have to charge it for like 5 hours just to like run it for 10 minutes. And you know how kids used to take those all the time, and then ride down hills and all sorts of stuff? Josh comes running down with a clown wig on. And I remember biffing it on my skateboard so I hit my head so hard that I was pulling rocks out of my head for years after that. But I just remember looking over at him, and he's looking over at me, and he's freaking out. He pushes the car all the way up the hill to go get my dad. And I remember these ladies, these really nice ladies that they pulled over and they're like, "Are you okay?" And I moved my left hand from the back of my head to wave at them saying, "Oh, I'm fine." The problem was, my left hand is covered in blood from the back of my head. Yeah, that was funny. And then I get home, they clean out my head, everything else, and I'm sitting there all like this, but this is not healthy. And then, I want to say 2013, about 2013, we were at the skate park. And there's a pyramid at the skate park that you can do 360s off of. So I jumped off the ramp into the pit to go over the pyramid on a scooter. And I hit the top of the pit, and my scooter went out from underneath me because I kicked it. And I came over and it impacted my left shin. Yeah. And I remember this one very clearly. I had headphones in. And what was the song that came on? It's by Gorza, or Gorillas, whatever they're called. Oh, Feel Good Incorporated. The problem was, I did not feel good. But the intro to that song was the same. It was the same rhythm to my moans of pain. I am good on that memory. That was not a fun walk home because my phone was dead. That's all that really stands out to me, was to walk home after. Yeah, 6:41. I've been at this for a minute. Anyways, have you guys been enjoying the streams that have been popping up? RTC antibiotic ointment? Oh, dude, I bet that is amazing. Whenever I got a root canal done a couple of years ago, they put me on these antibiotics that I wish I had today because they made me feel amazing. I can't remember what they're called, but it was the greatest thing ever. And this is like 4 years ago. Wonder what the right side looks like. It's kind of funny because I complained about the old reliable originally. They should have made this just a pack that you could buy the skin and then get the gun from to show off on your tank, but the fact that it's a whole different tank, I don't like. However, I will say, I do like this tank. The more and more that I play the old reliable, the more I'm liking it. I'm not going to say that it's like it beats the Charlemagne, well, it beats the Cobra, but whatever comes down to it, that single action and the usability is really nice. It's all about the money. They really are all about the money, in all honesty. And if they want to make more money, start updating stuff and fixing things. If you start fixing things, believe me, you will make more money. Hold on, let's reenact that shot. I'm aiming here. And we hit that. Then again, I did move. That's on me. Oh my god. I'm hesitant to sit in front of a waffle. I need to stop being hesitant. I need the... Jesus, where's the artillery gonna come in? Nice. Ain't broke, don't fix it. Well, in their revenue model. No, I'm just talking about console in general. There's so much that they can do to make console, like, amazing, but they're not doing it. The whole tier 10, releasing more and more tier 10s as paid premiums is going to essentially kill the game and put it into a state of no return. See, and here's the thing about it. If I was in a Cobra right here, that would be a huge difference because that waffle would have been dead. However, what makes me like this tank is this round right here. That's 268 AP. By the way, another ammo rack. Okay? I tell people, you can replicate module damage if you know where they're located. And if you keep track on like critical weak spots and where you need to aim. I think the stream's a great example for how many ammo racks I've gotten. Like right here, against the Chieftain, one thing people don't realize, you want to catch that ammo rack, you got to aim a little bit higher on the Chieftain. So about right, too low. It's alright though, I was only showing off something. Because I already knew I was going to die, I wanted to see if I can catch it. But against the Chieftain, the ammo rack is actually higher inside the tank. And a lot of people think that whenever you're shooting a Chieftain, so we'll do this. Yeah, we'll just do this. I'm not going to show anybody. Based upon your guess, looking at the front of the Chieftain, I'm going to put down a couple of marks, and then I want you guys to vote in chat on which one you think it is. Alright, cool. My window projector is up. So we have 1, 2, 3. Where do you aim? Ammo capacities? Okay. Anybody else? A 3 looks like a 5. Really obsessive 3. Big brain 3. 5? Okay, valid. Valid, Taylor. Valid. That counts as 3. So we got 2 2s, 3 3s. Okay, ready? 3. top half of 3. A lot of people think it's in the lower plate entirely, but it's not. And then if you take a look from the side, you can get an idea of the placement of the ammo rack further inside. So if it's utilizing gun depression, you aim at 2. If it's not utilizing gun depression, you aim at 3. That's the difference for the chieftain. Or you just go full ham and you just heat round into the top plate here. That's a way to consistently ammo rack the chieftain. Because people were telling me, it's like, it's not guaranteed. It's not consistent. It's maybe like 1 in 8 shots. And I sat there, I'm like, you're not aiming too well then. Because if you're aiming above it, for instance, like if you're in a brawling fight, you actually want to shoot into the top plate. Because if you're going for the low plate and you're brawling with it, this is about your point of view and you're going for low plate, there is no ammo rack inside that low plate. You're better off face hugging it and aiming for the entire top section on top. No expert, no sync. That's fine. That's fine. That's what we're here to do. We're here to learn. But if you're brawling against it, you now know to aim for the top plate instead of going for lower plate. If you don't know where to aim, valid. That is completely valid. But good guesses. It's a pain in the butt though. Like whenever you're going over armor models and you like see one that's further inside of a tank, those are the ones that kind of get you, because you got to remember the modeling of it and then around the outskirt of the tank based upon the positioning of the tank. For instance, like the Mouse and the E100, the E75, the AMXs, they're real easy to keep track of because they're located on the side of the hull. So it's real easy to always be able to guarantee that pin. But against like Chieftains and Super Conks and a couple of others, their ammo racks are mobile inside the tank, making them hard to catch. Ooh, TP 60. 60 TP. I am totally down. Six to 8. Get in there, bear. Yeah. Sixty TP. Still in the ISM. You know, the ISM playstyle, I really like it. The second you get to the 705, you turn into a really nasty brawler. If you can control the tank in brawling situations. And then the 705, like the 705 and 705A, their playstyles are very similar to the Chrysler K. So you want to haul down and max gun depression. If you do that, you can hold alleyways, and no one can do anything about it. Unless they're in a Yaguru. No artillery. A little bit uncomfortable. No, I shouldn't be uncomfortable. I should be totally fine to pull. I don't want to get caught out right here, though. I either want to get caught on left, right there, in between this entryway, or somewhere out. Just better placement all around. Hit his barrel. He's got last stand. He's got last stand. Ooch. 1,000. I'm in a bad spot. Heck yeah, 705A. 1,000 damage coming my way? Maybe not. Maybe hit the 705. Is that VZ? Alright, the VZ is still right there. Oh, sorry. Alright. Ammo rack. And that was a detonation. The Immortal 3's got a V-shape ammo rack on the inside. I don't need to move at all. E75. Like, I need to do nothing against you. Just wait for you to come over. This comfortable? This is a little bit uncomfortable to do this. Yeah, his top's popped. E5 is amazing. In so many ways, more than one. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit unfortunate. What do you think you can do? Like, legitimately. I back up, and you're not going to do any damage right now. Like, this is a pointless encounter that you're trying to have with a 60 TP. That VZ's got some weight to it. I wonder if that 705 is still out over here. Anybody else confused about that pin? I know I am. 140 side. You're in a pickle. I am in a pickle. Not a bad one, though, because I got teammates around me. I am a little bit surprised, though, that the 705 managed to pin my low plate. How did I forget about the 1,000 damage that was coming from that direction? That's being a Muppet. I need to do another 60 TP. I never play this in public. I only play my T57 in comp. I'm not a big fan of the T57. Any other recommendations you guys have? Because I only got a couple more in me. Oh, funny. Fury. I hate the Aviary. I played this, was it yesterday? I played 2 matches inside of it. And it was super... Okay, that's a better... I'm taking that one on first. And I'm going to sell this. M48A5. 1-year anniversary emblems on this, like the original 1-year anniversaries. I will never take these off. Because those are from the legitimate first year of the game. You cannot obtain those anymore. And then I even have the other one on my E5. And then I think I got them on my E100. I think my E3, no. E4, no. There's a couple tanks I have the original year 1 emblems on. But this, I got my M48A5. The first year the game was out. I had my T110 E5 the first week the game was out. Like the first official week of World of Tanks being out, I was one of the first tier 10 owners in the game. And the reason why is because beta testers had early access. I put in more time than anybody else. I told my mom I was sick, and I stayed home. Matches back then, during the first week though, like if you were playing tier 8, you were legitimately like the only tier 8 in the lobby against nothing but 6s. Matchmaking back then was so chaotic. I miss those days. I got my first Call of Bono's medal the first week the game was out. And it took me 8 years until I got my second. Remember friendly fire? I do too. I remember like we used to run around at the Yagaroos and shoot each other. And then they removed friendly fire, but then they did friendly splash. So we would load nothing but high explosives in our Yagaroos and splash our teammates back then. We were obnoxious. Then again, I was like 14 around the time. 14, 15. 14, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I think I was in the beta whenever I was 14. And this game was one that I would go to. It was this and Halo Wars 1. And if anyone remembers Spartacus Legends, that was a really fun multiplayer until it was removed. I hit all my teammates in the engines. That is obnoxious. Alright, let's go ammo rack. Oh, hello, Grillio. You want to catch the ammo rack of that, though, you got to aim for the front left or the lowest point and the side. Underneath the turret, lowest point. Really good gun. Love the M48 patent gun. Okay. I guess. Another ammo rack? Alright, VK, if you want to work that, be my guest. I can rotate. Nine degrees of gun depression, though, is definitely not a hindrance inside this tank, in my opinion, at all. Did you get aggressive in advance? I don't think there was any point in doing that. Module destruction, which means it's either left or right track. We repaired it, and he backed off. I want to trust my turret, but at the same time, that is a Death Star. Between the two, it's really preference-based. Like, the M60, that mobility, is really hard to trade off. Not just that, the M48 patent's got 330 heat pin, while the M60 has 350. So, like, there is some benefit to playing the M60, because there's targets that you can pin that otherwise you would not be able to pin at all. Like, the 121B, it's got 330 heat pin, but on PC it's got the 350. So we only have one gun in game that's got 350 heat pin. And that is, in fact, the M60. I love playing it. Like, pulling this thing out, it brings a smile on my face every single time I pull it out. Because it just reminds me of, like, the good days. Because this used to be an absolute monster. And even nowadays, like, I'm not going to say the tank is bad. I think that the M48 patent, it still holds a really good place inside the matchmaking. It's just that you got to find a way to use it. And don't get me wrong, you can find a way to use this tank effectively. Alright, I don't remember the last tank you asked me to play, and I'm not reading the chat to remember what it was, so I'm just going to pretend like that was never posted. Refs. And then I'm going to continue onward. What would be another tank that people don't consider to be a good tank nowadays? Because the M48A5, like, I would say that's good. IS-4. I don't consider this to be a good tank. Here's why. That is 30 millimeters. And then, on top of that 30 millimeters, look at where your MRX at. You ever get above me inside this tank, I'm going to make sure to punish you. IS-7 still in the meta. That thing's never going to change. 113. And I still have not fixed this. It is 3 days? When did I put camo on? I don't remember putting camo on this. 113 would be a good tank to play. What is it? Arctic Region. Do you guys remember the jungle variant of Arctic Region? I'm not gonna lie. I missed that variant of the map. The jungle variant of Arctic Region was amazing. Is that broken? I'm just gonna leave that there, because I don't remember ever putting this on. Gray digital. Hold on. I don't think you can actually put cam on this. No, you can't. I don't remember putting that in my 113. Def Chariot. And I did respec this thing for a full heavy crew. This thing has grown. Okay, I'm blown away by the fact that no one plays this, even though the thing is absolutely disgusting to play. 120 millimeters. A lot of people think that's bad, but look at that hyper angle. The moment that you use your 5 degrees of gun depression, okay, and you bring that gun down ever so slightly, this entire top plate is now auto ricochet. Chat broken? No, it's not. It looks good. But 113 feels underutilized in this game. If you guys are looking to get like another tech tree grind, I would highly recommend to go to the 113. The 110's even a good tank. And the WZ 111, not the 111, the tier 9 variant is an absolute monstrosity. Or pin mouse frontal. Shoot standards into it. You'll pin every other one almost. Into the front plate. Right into its superstructure turret. He'll be fine. I probably should have gone mid from the bottom section. 113's got amazing speed. 7 degrees of gun depression over the side, 5 degrees over the front. Yeah, this thing is a baller. Yeah, everything in front of me, if I was hull down, exposing my top armor, I'd be totally okay. Now watch the reload. This is what stands out in this tank like no other. Ammo. Ammo is slightly farther back. Might be missing it ever so slightly. Yeah, YouTube's got some really weird limitations every once in a while that it likes to throw out. Mm-hmm. 420. Alright, I gotta make the pull. I know I'm gonna get punished from the 46. It's right here. Ooh, he knocked down the tree, so we got 400. 416 off to the right. Yeah, I doubt he's still there. By your skill set? Explosive is a no-go against waffles nowadays. Oh, that's an Iron Rain. Iron Rain's still going strong in the corner. Hmm. I'm gonna run out of standards. I mean, that's how you know you had a good game. You run out of standards and you load 20 of them. Yeah, the frontal is not super reliable based upon your pin. I don't find this to be a great demonstration of what the armor can do, but you gotta see how the gun performed. Plus made 80,000. Yeah, 1,700. 1691. Mastery badge. Alright, I got one more in me. Recommendations? No AVRE, sorry. I'm a 50-50. Because the IS-7's got APCR, and then the 277's got heat. Like, for me, it depends on what I want to do. If I want to go haul down superior frontal assault, I will go IS-7. But if I want to go, like, mid-range, long-range sniping action, and then, like, assassin gameplay style heavy, 277 all the way. .277 is just, the mobility feels really good inside that tank. So you can actually make some pretty good executions inside of it. Type 5? Type 5, 14 or 15? $14. Now there's a good choice. A lot of people don't realize this, but this 14 on this thing is absolutely amazing in so many ways. Both rounds are AP. I am missing a shell. Lethal. It is. My equipment loadout on those for comp. So, that's set up for the 15. So I'm going to leave the equipment the way that it is, and then I'm going to pull it out. Oh yeah, Type 5, you're going to see it a lot just because with the big gun, it's like, what, 14, 1300 alpha? It's a ridiculous number. So all you got to do is just HE splash you to death. Excuse me. The ammo swap's gonna be nice though on this map. You can go die in a hole, and you're a part of decoy. You should be ashamed of yourself with that 3 marked arty. I'm gonna call him out. I'm gonna go post in the Discord group and hashtag at him and call him out for that 3 marked arty. Probably 3 marked. Dude, I'm pretty sure he 3 marked it on me a couple of times. No arty in co-op. Yeah. But that's co-op against bots, and it's not entertaining in the slightest. Like, I feel like I'm gonna go brain dead each time I play co-op. Because there's nothing enjoyable about it. I'm gonna come up on the right side right here and hug in. I like to take 279Es, Crestle Ks, and place them here in 705As. If you take this position with a super heavy, a super haul down heavy, yeah, look at this. Perfect haul down position to keep your lower plate covered and get your armor up high at a super angle. And Type 5 does good up here. Because of how tall it is, you can work the top section here. Not many tanks can work this top section right here. And know your reload and aiming point. Yeah, they do. I won't deny that. Plus, you're defended by all the bushes right here. So all these trees, all of your cherry blossoms, your beautiful cherry blossoms, will keep you covered. Until artillery aims at you. Then the sky cancer starts to come in. Load premium. What's nice is from right here though, is that you're able to utilize max gun suppression armor. And artillery toxicity. Let's prompt ourselves to take less damage. Pop a top. What is that, 3 this stream? Like 3 legitimate tops? Oh, 1200. What hit you? Oh, Death Star. Not the Death Star. What hit him? Type 5? I will be surprised if Type 5 pinned that. Sky Cancer. Strum Tiger. Where's the Strum Tiger shooting from? Oh my god, he's so far! That is ridiculous. And now if I had the 15, I would go head to head against the Strum Tiger. Ouch. Dude, take your time to aim. Oh, sad face. German engineering. It's all about those angles. I'll do another Type 5. $69. Nice. I don't play my Type 5 enough. The map rotation is not exactly the greatest. But no, the 14 inside this, what makes it so nice is 191 module damage, 12.47 second reload. And then I got the feeling we're going to be seeing a close quarters map next, so I will pull up the Type 5 again. So I'm kind of hoping like Erlenberg, Himmelsdorf, because I haven't seen Himmels at all today. Fjords. Fjords is okay. Liberty Falls will be alright too. You know, I want to see the Irachi get buffed. I want to see that 15 get like 190 pin on that 15 for its standard round, so you can send that 700 damage out in tier 8. But rather than 700, lower it down to 600 alpha. Give it like 196 pin. And then you can bring the heat up another 100 millimeters a pin, so you bring it to 250. And then leave the HE the way it is. That would be worthwhile on that one. Alright, no bots. Alright, this guy sucks. Music. I'm talking about music. Hurry! You can do it. I believe in you. Now, I feel like fighting right here and holding this center point the entire time. I can do a cross and hit this rock right here. And play off that rock a little bit. Oh no, the Super Conk's been buffed to all hell and back. Hmm. $660 bounce. Regal Dorn, I gotta pull. I'm gonna rotate to the right. You coming in? You're dropping down. I hope you're dropping down. Yeah, Regal Dorn. I can kill the Regal Dorn frontally with standards. Was power crept? I don't think so, because the Super Conk got a side armor buff that I was actually completely unaware of. They buffed its side armor from 50.8 to 101. So they gave it some really redonkulous side armor. Alright, I got a VK, Motherland, Centauro. I gotta pull in, and I gotta put pressure on this Regal. Yeah, because Regal's just gonna mow over this side if I don't show up. I need a low premium guarantee these pins. The side armor slap. That's not where I want to hit. I want to hit a little bit further in. That's worth it. Ah, no gun depression. Mm-hmm. I have no reason to pull you. Come to me. I'm gonna back up. And here's the best part. Regal Dorn's loading nothing but premium the entire time right now, so I'm laughing my butt off. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm also loading premium, but I just think it's ridiculous how the Regal Dorn... I just think it's a dumb addition to the game, and was completely useless to bring into tier 10. Because it's outplaying all the other super heavies in the game, just because it can tear through everything about all the previous super heavies. If anything, it should have had way less penetration than what it does. Yeah. I can't stand him either. Like, it was a completely useless addition that was not a good addition. Like, if they wanted to, they could have brought it in as a tier 8 and completely stupefied its armor at tier 8. And I mean, like, way less than what it is right now. But the fact that they made it a tier 10, that's just a cash grab that is not healthy for the game. Like, you want to know a cash grab that is healthy for the game? Here's a Highlander. This is worthwhile. This actually makes sense. I was okay buying the season pass that came with this tank. I completely endorse and support this right here. Because to me, this is not overpowered. This is a skill gap. A skill gap that I struggle with. 268 version 5. I will actually endorse this tank too. But a little bit too many buffs. Yeah, I got the MBTB for free because of my 10 years. Alright, I just thought about it. I might do my mouse and do the 10-year badges on this. They should have gave us like a 10-year skin. I would have loved a skin. Throw in a tank, because I would have threw it on this. Speaking of which, the camo that came with this is gone. It's at the store, I believe. I don't know if it's still there. Yeah, I believe it's gone. Ooh, don't forget about your free daily chest. I forget it every single day. Nice. Anyways, you guys, thanks for jumping in. You know, thanks for taking 3.5 hours out of your day to come watch and sit back and enjoy some gameplay, I guess. Anyways, until next time, I don't know if I'm going to be doing a stream tomorrow. I might do a short video going over a couple of things. I might get some gameplay in, or I might review some replays, or I might go over the penetration mechanics in game. But that'll be about it. Anyways, until next time, thank you for jumping in. Hope you guys have a fantastic night. I am out of here.